at that time, I was not in Kuwait. I was on a vacation with my family in Cyprus. My brother was here. So what he did, my brother, he went to Ahmadi, he brought garbage bags, he made, it was in the ground, he made a big ditch in the ground, and he buried the 6 bicycles and the 2 freight rollers, camera rollers, in the sand, and he covered them with the sand. Because he could not take them in his car, because there were roadblocks of the Iraqis. If they find anything in your car, they would have finished it. So, after the liberation of Kuwait, I came back, and with my brother, he was working with Intrex, and we started the first 6 months, we had nothing, we uncovered the very things. Everything was good, dark rooms, equipment, we didn't have anything. So for the first 6 months, we worked, no salaries, nothing. We were staying in the hotel, me and him, and we started trying to find where's the people. We had around 60-70 technicians. They left to India, and some of them, we could not find them. We started bringing the people back and start building the company again. Believe me, it was a lot of hard work, day and night. Not thinking about the money, how much we want to make for our pockets, and this. We were thinking how we can build Intrex again. Until 99, we succeeded. But unfortunately, some problems started happening between me and the owner, Ahmed Sanusi. He was taking a lot of money from the company. And he was building his villa on the beach, and his big villa in Shania, in Kuwait City, and he started taking money from the company, left and right. So I started having fights with him. Until such time, I went to him and I told him, you have no right to take money from the company account. This money is not yours. It's for the people, salaries, it is for the equipment, it is for the debtors, it's for so many people. We have to pay money and we have to get consumables, so we have to pay all our clients. No, I'm the owner. I said, you cannot do it. From one word to two, we start having a fight. I told him, finally, okay. There are 2 choices here. Either I will leave the company or you will sell the company. He said, okay, you find somebody to buy the company. So I started searching in the market. I found Kharafi. They are interested. Because I was doing jobs for Kharafi National at that time. So they bought the company. And we disconnected from Sanusi and we continued with Kharafi. Kharafi did a very good things for the company. He didn't take any money from the company, and he didn't put any money in the company. He left us running on our own. So we were working day and night to make money and to succeed in the market. And believe me, when I say day and night, I can give you a lot of examples. One time, I went to the site Tuesday morning. I came back Thursday evening to my house. I slept in the dark room. I slept on the scaffolding for 3 days trying to finish the job, because we never took a job and we failed. Never Intrex took a job and we failed at any cost. If I had to say 1 week, sometimes I stayed in Ahmadi office 1 week. I used to get dinner at 9, 10 o'clock. I used to follow with our radiographers, and I used to sleep on the couch in my office for 1 week, okay, to get the job done. A lot of backlogs. You know, our service type of company is difficult. When you have radiographers, you have NDT people, you have heat treatment, and it is service company, it's very difficult to run. But when you are determined, and when you are honest and decent and doing hard work, nothing will stop you. Until such day, Kharafi National, the main company of Kharafi Group, start going down the drain. Okay, they have 30,000 employees. Intrex were flourishing, we were doing good and getting a lot of money, so I was afraid for the company. So I took an appointment and I went to Luay Kharafi, the owner, directly to himself. I told him, what's going to happen to us? He told me, he might probably sell the company. I told him, you have to take my approval. He said, how I will take your approval? I said, yes, you have to take my approval. He said, I am the owner. I said, okay. Companies are not table and chairs. Companies are people. We have almost 400, 500, 700 people. At that time, sorry, we were around 1,200 people. I said, you cannot just like this tell me I want to sell. He told me, okay, then you sell the company. I give you the full authority to find somebody who can buy the company. So you can save the company from Kharafi Group. So first company contacted me is Agility. We had about 6 months negotiation. They gave a price. I rejected the price. The second company contacted me, Al Ghanim International. They were interested. But they didn't take the matter further in that respect. So then, NDTCCS came to the picture. It was, to tell you honestly, the best thing that happened to Intrex that NDTCCS bought the company, because there are similarities in our business. We do the same job. We talk the same language. Whatever we say, they understand. They are not coming like an investment company or like a trading company, buying the company, only interested in the money. They are interested in company growth, how we can move forward. And NDTCCS as a company, I know their history from 76. Okay, during the 80s, I fought them a lot because they were my main competitor. But I managed to succeed in the 80s. So I was 100% convinced of the purchase. So I told Duai and NDTCCS is interested. And the negotiation took almost 1.5 years until we finalized the deal, and then everything went smooth. Now the third thing that happened in 2019, we were doing great the company, Intrex. We had a lot of projects, 2016, 2017, 2018. 2019, our employees were around 1,200. But we were hit with the corona. For me, the corona crisis was harder than the liberation of Kuwait and invasion of Kuwait. It was much harder because the things I have to face, I didn't know what to say. People were dying left and right. And people were, if you are corona, you're thrown in the hospital and nobody can see you from your family. So we had to take hard decisions. But NDTCCS support me from Saudi Arabia. In every decision I took, they supported me 100%. For example, 220, 221, in the middle of the crisis, the only company in Kuwait who was paying the salaries every month while the people were sleeping at home. I am one of them, sleeping at home, not going to the office. We were working on faxes and telephones from the houses. We were paying the salaries in full. Plus, we paid the bonus in 220 and 221. A lot of companies in Kuwait didn't get their salaries. A lot of companies in Kuwait, they sent employees for unpaid leave. And even they kept their employees in Kuwait without salary. But NDTCCS, Morgan and Julie and Moore supported me in every decision. And we didn't deduct a single penny from our employees. This has to be addressed and it has to be noted by our people. All of you guys, from HODs to managers, to supervisors, to secretary, they know these facts. Because all of you got your bonus and your salaries during the crisis. Okay? But unfortunately, 2021, 22, 23, the government in Kuwait decided not to release any projects. So we didn't have any construction project, any oil and gas projects, any power plant projects, any pipelines, only small maintenance projects. So our revenues start going down during this time. But still, we maintain a reasonable profitability. We have reduced a lot of our people, reduced a lot of our overhead, trying to keep up with the new situation. So now, my turn comes. You know, in the 80s, most of my friends who worked with me in the 80s, they are now upstairs. They are still wondering, is Pat still in Intrex? So, I don't know what to tell you. Yes, I'm still in Intrex. I will remain in Intrex. And all my life, not now, for the future. As long as I'm breathing, I will stay with Intrex. I will help Intrex, I will support Intrex, I will support Intrex. If I don't come to the office, from my house, from my telephone, everything will stay the same. Whatever it's needed by Yazid, I will come. There is no problem. I will give Yazid 100% support. Now, Yazid comes to the picture. I needed somebody who can replace me in the day-to-day operation and to run the office. So, Yazid was the proper candidate for the company. I know Yazid, I know he's qualified. He comes from the same school as we have, as me and Morgan and all the other guys. He understands the business. He runs the business in Abu Dhabi. He has 300, 400 people, 400, 500 people. He's very successful in the business. He's a gentleman, and I know him personally. So Yazid was recommended for the job. And how he's been now for the last 3-4 months coming, getting to know everybody. I think he met all of you guys one by one, and he will be running the show. And believe me, he's good, decent, hard work. But you have to understand something. The last 4 or 5 years, most of you, they came to me demanding increments, demanding to bring this, do that for us, and I refused. I couldn't do it for you. But yet, when you go now to Yazid and tell him, I want this, I want that, he doesn't have the magic wand in his hand. So you might get an answer that it cannot be done now, maybe later. Because there is no work. The work we have is limited. So don't expect everything yes. And don't think if he said no, that he's not good, Ferdi was better. Think about Ferdi the last 4 years. Everything is no. No, I cannot do that. I cannot give you that. So, because I know what work we have. I know what prices we have. What's waiting for us. Most of you guys, you know, be 25 years in the company, 20 years, 24 years, 18 years. You are hard-working guys. I really appreciate. You are one family. And all of you, I can name so many guys. I will start. Not Alex, Anoop, James Verghese, Pradeep, Joby, Abdurrahman, Mish'al, who never say Mish'al, who never say no to Ferdi, anything he asked for. The things even he cannot do, he always say yes, Ferdi. And all of you guys, I have experience with you in so many years that you have never said no to me, and you stood by me. Okay, Sophie, Jyoti, who comes to the work at 7 o'clock, leave at 4 o'clock, I never leave their office, always working hard. Badr, Khalid, Muhammad Gad, who else? Marta, Jacob Baby, Silvan, Viral, all these people, Sham, Sunu, all these people who are hard, they work very hard, and they never say no to me when it comes to work.